certainly feel that way right now at this juncture of the season, that going back to a lot of times last year where we felt the next game was the most important game of the season, and I feel that going into the game tonight.
You got a couple teams that are hungry for points, obviously. So what kind of a game do you expect out of two teams that are battling to turn things around a little bit?
Sometimes I think you can see a couple different games. You can see where both teams are. You can see the desperation and the urgency. There might be some mistakes based on that the desperation sometimes I think forces you to do some things maybe you characteristically don't do. And then you might see some games where it's just really tight checking and neither team is taking any risks or chances. You don't know what you're going to get. But I hope our guys realize it, try to pass on that information about the importance of this game.
Talking about things like that, your team obviously coming off a season low in shots on goal and obviously wanting to create more scoring opportunities. Can you press too much in that instance, or how do you create that without creating that sense of desperation or panic?
It was how we managed the puck on Saturday. We didn't manage the puck. We didn't have any speed through the neutral zone, and we weren't able to get the puck through the neutral zone into Pittsburgh's zone. And you got to give Pittsburgh credit in how they checked. They were much better Saturday than they were Friday. Having said that, too, we were much better Friday than we were Saturday. So I think a combination of the two led to us not really creating any scoring chances at all. I mean, we really didn't. We didn't have any zone time. We talked about some things yesterday, practiced on some things yesterday, and hopefully we can apply those to our game today. And it's not one where you're pressing or taking risks through the neutral zone. It's smart plays with the puck and kind of getting it through the neutral zone into the offensive zone, which plays to, I think, the strength of our team.
And what was the thought process of sticking with McElhinney over Bobrovsky?
McElhinney's game was good. Both of his last two games that he's played has been good. And the other thing is it gives Bob a couple days to work on his game.
Does Bob look to you now as he did early last season, or are they different goals that are going at even?
I think there's similarities to last season. We were fluctuating. We were going back and forth between he and Mace, and trying to find a guy who was going to kind of solidify that spot, who was going to take the ball and run with it. And based on play, I kept going back and forth because it didn't seem like anybody was stepping to the forefront of it, whether it was, a bad goal here or there, whatever it was. So I think there are some similarities, but I do know this, that when Bob's on top of his game, and I know he'll get there based on his attitude, based on how he is mentally and how he trains and how he prepares, I know he'll get there. The question is just going to be when, and hopefully these couple of days here off where he's able to spend some time with Clarkie and out on the ice, a little bit extra time there, and maybe again getting into the routine of it. And maybe that was something that helped spark his game last year of playing lots of games. We're going to hit that this month here. So there's not going to be a lot of time to practice, but we felt like these 3-4 days, whatever it is, that it's a chance for him to really work on his game.
How did he feel about that? Have you made that decision yet?
I'm sorry?
Does he go Thursday, or have you decided?
We haven't made that decision yet.
How does he feel? Does he welcome that opportunity to work on it? Or
Well, he knows where he's at, I think, with his game. I've had a couple conversations with him, and the one thing I let him know is he is our guy. He is our guy. I mean, he was the best goalie in the league last year for a reason, and he galvanized this team and this franchise. We had other players that played well, without question, but he was the guy that stepped up first and gave everyone else confidence, and then everyone else's game kind of blossomed after that. So he's our guy. I told him that. He made me a good coach last year, and that's what that one position can do. Is if a team's struggling and the coach isn't very good, and all of a sudden the goalie becomes good, and all of a sudden the coach seems to know what he's doing. So that's the one position where they're able to do that.
What have you told Curtis? Curtis has been there, done that as far as this situation. I mean, he's done it for a long time in his career. Have you had to say anything to him?
I haven't. He's a professional, and he's been in this role before, so I think he understands it. He knows what he was getting into. A goalie and working with another goalie. If you're the previous year, if the guy won the Vezina, I think you have a pretty good idea. Now, it doesn't mean, based on the season that it won't change. But I would assume, just going on an assumption that how good our goalie was last year and the high level that he played at, and knowing Bob off the ice and away from the rink and how he trains, that he will get back to that level.